Adopting a British Shorthair without watching this video first could be a huge mistake. Here are 11 reasons a British Shorthair might not be the best cat for you. Number 1. You're looking to get one from a backyard breeder. First of all, I always recommend adopting instead of paying for a pedigreed cat, since there are millions of cats in need of a home. Plus, it's possible to find British Shorthair lookalikes in shelters. If you're still determined to get a purebred British Shorthair, please avoid backyard breeders. Many unauthorized British Shorthair sellers keep their cats in horrendous conditions and even allow sick cats to reproduce. Buying from them is a risk that's not worth taking. Number 2. You want a super cuddly cat. I don't blame you if that's what you're after, but if that's the case, the British Shorthair isn't for you. While these cats enjoy the company of their people, they're not typically super cuddly, preferring to show their affection by hanging out near you. Did I mention they hate being picked up and aren't into laps? If you do get a British Shorthair, please make sure you can respect their preferences. It's just how they are. Number 3. You expect them to get along great with other pets. The British Shorthair prefers to be an only child and isn't usually interested in playing with other cats. While Brits can get along just fine with their litter mates, getting them to play with other kitties they meet as adults is harder. Typically, a Brit will ignore the other feline companion. Additionally, a super active cat might be too much for this breed. Number 4. You want a cat that is well behaved at all times. These are laid-back, low-energy cats, except for when they're kittens. However, you should know that every cat has the potential to become mischievous if bored. While the British Shorthair isn't known for trying to open cupboards or drawers, they can still get into some trouble trying to snag your attention. That brings us to the next reason. Number 5. You're not willing to cat-proof your home. Unfortunately, cats don't always know what's good for them, and the well-mannered British Shorthair is no exception. If you notice your Brit taking an interest in electrical cables, securing the cables out of the cat's reach is crucial. You should also carefully store dangerous foods and get rid of any toxic plants, like the sago palm or yucca palm. Number 6. You get them for their beauty alone or because your kids want them. British Shorthairs are gorgeous, which is why many people are drawn to them. However, cats aren't toys, and even the adaptable British Shorthair has to be brushed, fed, and entertained. Also, you'll have to clean their litter box regularly and be prepared for possible litter box accidents. Please don't get one for your small kid if you dislike cats. That's a recipe for a cat that will end up abandoned and suffering. Number 7. You can't afford the potential vet bills. Buying pedigreed British Shorthairs can be pricey, but that's nothing compared to the breed's lifetime costs. Food and vet bills can quickly add up, especially if your British Shorthair develops a serious disease. This breed is prone to a few nasty health issues, so please keep that in mind as you're budgeting. Even if you adopt your cat from a shelter, which I highly advise, you should still make sure you can afford to care for one in the long term. Number 8. You're not willing to give this video a like to show your appreciation for this breed. Seriously, what are you waiting for? Number 9. You mind hair. Since Brits are short-haired kitties, their hair doesn't get tangled, making them pretty easy to groom. Still, they're no strangers to shedding. That's easy to believe when you look at how dense their coats are. The shedding is most prevalent during spring and autumn, but also occurs during the rest of the year. Plus, the British Shorthair's undercoat is so fine that it can get everywhere, including in your eyes. Number 10. You plan to let your cat wander outside. Regardless of breed, it is quite dangerous for cats to be outside. Plus, a laid-back, gorgeous cat like the British Shorthair could be snatched away in the blink of an eye. Not to mention the people out there who hate cats and might even try to hurt yours. If you want your cat to get fresh air and sunshine, I've got good news. You can build a perfectly safe catio, like the one pictured here. Or you can cat-proof your yard. It takes a bit of effort, but it's worth it. Number 11. You're not committed. Getting a pet is a huge responsibility, especially since cats like the British Shorthair can live up to 20 years. You should only get one if you're committed to properly caring for your cat, including sterilizing the cat and regularly visiting the vet. If you move, you should also be willing to bring your cat anywhere you go, regardless of the distance. There are already far too many abandoned cats suffering. Still interested in British Shorthairs? Watch this video next to learn more about them and subscribe to my channel, where I'll be posting more British Shorthair content. See you next time!